Mods have been one of the best ways for Civilization games to grow ever since they really started getting added to Steam. And while there have been mods, before that as well, these new mods and the way that it is supported by Firaxis and the Civilization community are a great thing. There have been new leaders, new ways to play, new units, graphical updates, so many different things that have been added in the past. But we are at the beginning of Civ 7, and there are no mods technically that are being supported right now. Mod development is not there yet for Civ 7. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but we are going to be discussing some mods today that you can go get in other places other than on Steam. So, hey guys, I'm Rob. This is Civ Haus, and like I said, we're going to be talking about mods today. There are 5 that I was able to find that I think that you guys should be giving a look. They are on a couple different places. Some that are a little more well-known, others that maybe are not. I do want to say as well, I have not tested every single one of these mods yet. So what I will say is that if you're going to go and try to download these, make sure that you're doing so in a safe way, because this is going to be changing the game files themselves. The difference between this and Steam is that Steam, kind of checks through all of that, I believe, or at least, if other people start running into the issues, they'll report it, I guess. It's a little bit safer to do on Steam, but that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily safe in some of these other areas. So make sure that you keep that in mind. I'm not going to tell you how to download them either. You can go to the websites and find that. I will make sure that I have all of these listed in the descriptions below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you like Civ content. We're coming out with new Civ content every single day. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. And likes obviously help to push this out there as we continue to create a new Civilization community. But let's hop into this with the very first mod that I was able to find, and one that I realized in a past video that I did know this name, but I had, I guess, forgotten about it. But it's Sucretax. I believe they made some simple UI adjustments over at the forums.civfanatics.com, where they're pretty nice changes. Let's be completely honest with you here. They're doing things like showing that the difference between rural and urban, in the tooltips, so allowing you to kind of more easily find that. They added different yields as well, which is really, really, really nice. Buildings are being marked as obsolete, meaning that you can build over them without really needing to worry once you make those age transitions. They did some unit icons and stuff like that as well. Another big one that they did is they now note if an urban tile is a district, a quarter, or a unique quarter, something that I think a lot of us have been needing, as sometimes the cities feel very big, but also, and they're very, they're very nice to look at, but there are issues with them. And then the last one here is that they were the ones to add in the banner, being able to click on it and do diplomacy. That got patched back in, which was really nice. They also added in with this, and this will be our second mod that we'll talk about, is the TCS improved plot tooltip from the Crazy Scott, which is just absolutely incredible. It really gives you a lot more for what you need to be able to see on the game. I'll have a couple screenshots up here for you guys, but it's showing different connections in the Empire, what your medieval walls, like how much health they have. I believe even in the other one, I didn't mention this earlier, but showing how many more turns, how much food you were making that would help you to raise your population in your cities, which is absolutely fantastic. It just really kind of expands and grows and helps you to have a better understanding of how the game is recognizing your cities, your land, your tiles. This is a really, really good one, and I'm glad to see that the Sucretac and the Crazy Scott, like their mods are working together, which will allow people to hopefully go in, download them, and be able to use them together pretty easily. And like I said, these are just huge improvements for the UI, and one that I would recommend for people even like myself who have many hours already in the game, and even for new players if that's something that you're looking for. we're going to take a break from the forums, and we're going to head to Nexus Mods. Nexus Mods generally has a lot of different mods for games, and Civ 7 doesn't really have too many yet, but one that I found that I thought was really interesting was this one called Military Power Ribbons. And what that did was it just showed you how much expected military power everybody has. And, you know, back in Civ 6, Civ 5, there were different ways for where you could kind of see what the military power was for everybody. And this can kind of give you an idea if you're falling too far behind, if you need to up your military, right? And I'm sure that maybe some people feel like maybe this is cheating, but you don't know where their units are necessarily, or, you know, how they are put together into the different armies, you know, with their different commanders, all of that kind of stuff. Again, I should have an image here showing for you guys, but I am personally really impressed with this one. This one I think would be fantastic as somebody who, I know you guys have all said it before, I'm very much militaristic focused. I understand that. That doesn't mean that I don't try to play other ways, but military just generally is kind of how this game ends up going, if we're all being honest with ourselves, and being able to know how to more appropriately get your forces together and be able to, you know, not just get steamrolled by a deity AI is kind of nice. On the fourth one here, and this one, it has the least amount of upvotes or downloads. I will be completely honest with you. I'm finding this about 3 or not even 1 to 2 hours after it's been uploaded. I just happened to be checking the forums on Civ Fanatics, and I thought this was a really cool one. It's the City District Upgrade by Celio Frisky, and this is the one that I'm talking about probably the most for being, I don't know, how would I put this, cautious about a download from this one, right? Just because this doesn't have a lot of ratings yet. It doesn't have a lot of downloads since it literally just came out, but I really like this idea. Now, I'm going to, you know, basically tell you, or I'll read the description. A simple mod changing the city district into a more unique and key one. I personally felt it was a little odd to have a distinction of district type and not have anything unique about it. This should be, quote, balanced, or a balanced method of making the city district unique. Thus, city districts now hold 4 total slots instead of 2, one being taken by the city building, so the player AI get 3 slots to work with on the city tile. So if you guys have noticed, you have your palace, like you have your main city district, right? And then you normally get 1 more spot. And oftentimes you either don't want to build on it until you have to, or there are just certain ways that you maybe want to build into that. This is great because it gives you 3 extra slots to build on, and it will allow you to, you know, kind of build taller, I think, for a lot of different people, right? I personally feel like very often it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a struggle to maybe build as tall in a game that it feels like is a little bit more rewarding right now to build wide, right? To build out. So I understand that, like, that can be multiple different things, right? That can be building up, you know, your cities, like only having like 2 or 3, or, you know, I think this would even give people the way to play as Venice, for those of you who remember playing as Venice, right? And being able to really build up, something that I think would be fantastic. I love this. I will personally be checking this one out at some point in the future as well. And then my last one is one that we are all pretty used to here, the Yet Not Another map. I forget exactly what the P stands for, but the ynamp, and they're adding new map sizes, something that I think a lot of us have really wanted. They unlock the huge and the large, well, large and then huge map sizes, which are 128 to by 80. Absolutely great. I think it especially works really well with the exploration age. I'd be interested to see kind of how that specifically works, but they've also added the Greatest Earth map, right? So that you can actually, I don't know if they have true start locations on. I don't see that on this file yet. This will be one of the first things that is added to the Steam store when that comes. I'm very, like, again, this one is the most exciting for me. I will be adding this one to my game as soon as possible because I don't, know if I'll necessarily do a, Earth map right away, although I think there's a lot of fun content ideas that we could do to see, like, you know, who takes what positions where and where the nations get built on our real Earth. So I don't know. Comment in the, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys want to see Connor and I doing that? I feel like that could be actually really fun. So yeah, open to that. Let me know. Getting back to this though, I absolutely cannot emphasize how great these ynamp maps are. Goodness gracious. This is the alpha one. They'll probably be making updates to it. It just came out a couple days prior to the recording of this video, so I would highly suggest that they have installation guides for you, which should make it at least a little bit easier to get this added. So those are the 5 mods that I think you guys should be taking a look at. Even though I know mod support is not officially there yet, these are ones that maybe might add a little bit of flair, might make the game feel a little bit better for you. Let me know, like I said, in the comments section below what you guys think of these mods, if there are any that I missed, or if you've had success with getting these into your games. So I think that is going to wrap it up for me, though, on this episode, or I guess not even on this episode, but on this video for Civ House. So with that, from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us for one more turn.